Straight ahead on CCX News, proof in Plymouth that a cat really does have 9 lives. Plus, a lesson on Ramadan, thanks to a Maple Grove man who observes the Muslim holy month. But first, preparing for budget pain. The latest on a Robbinsdale school district plan to cut millions. CCX News starts right now. Hello and thanks for joining us. Some school districts across the Twin Cities are facing a budget crunch, including a few in the northwest suburbs.
Later this month, the Robbinsdale district will submit a new budget for the 2018-19 school year, which is expected to include deep cuts. We get more on that from Eric Nelson. Eric?
Yeah, Alex and Mike, the rubber is about to meet the road. School districts receive no last-minute political aid from the state of Minnesota, which means there will be a fallout. In the Robbinsdale district, the budget slashing will be significant. $10.6 million will be cut in the upcoming school year. $6 million of that will be sliced from central offices and district services, and $3.5 million will be trimmed from the schools, which could include teachers.
One of the challenges in public education across the board is we have a tendency, once you do something one way, that's the way it stays. Education and the delivery of education has changed over the last 20 years, and we're really trying to right-size our administration now and how we deliver those services differently.
For Robbinsdale, this different delivery model means trying to find common sense solutions so the district can live within their means. School budgets are based on projections, but things are fluid and can change quickly. Last year, 2 charter schools took 100 to 150 students out of the system. The district believes the streamlining is necessary, but it will come at a cost because there are 73 jobs that could possibly be eliminated.
There will be some people that are losing jobs. There might be job reassignment. Again, and that's one of the things I've got to give administration credit on. They have brought every bargaining unit to the table through this process and have had those conversations. Those conversations continue today of talking with those units.
Now, besides Robbinsdale, the Anoka Hennepin and Osseo school districts are facing budget cuts too. These layoffs could result in larger classroom sizes and possibly the loss of other services in the school systems. The Robbinsdale School Board is expected to vote on the cuts June 18th. Alex and Mike?
All right, Eric, thank you. Well, the last week of school is here, which means nonprofits and churches are preparing to fill the gap in feeding kids who usually receive free or reduced lunches. Volunteers at Brooklyn United Methodist Church plan to open their doors again to provide lunches to any students who need them. Unlike other programs that serve sit-down lunch, children get to pick out their food and take it home. The program is in its 6th year and serves up an average of 10,000 meals every summer to kids who might otherwise go without.
One of our families came in, it was a grandmother who was the guardian for the little kids, and the kids' eyes got big and they said, "Grandma, we get to have lunch today."
Sunny program, as it's called, serves up lunches from 11 to 1 p.m. every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday starting on June 11th, and volunteers are needed to help serve the meals.
A Crystal man is now charged in a shooting at the Crystal Skate Park. 19-year-old Ivan Hernandez Enriquez is accused of shooting an 18-year-old man that police say he had been arguing with for weeks. According to the criminal complaint, the victim met with the suspect Friday, believing he would be in a fist fight. He ended up getting shot in the leg, and for a time he was in critical condition because of severe bleeding. Hernandez Enriquez admitted to the shooting and told police he threw his weapon into a lake. Now that the dust has settled, we know the local vote will include an August primary.
Well, that's because several candidates filed for office Tuesday, including for Brooklyn Park mayor. Incumbent Jeff Lundy will face 3 challengers. Lundy has served as Brooklyn Park mayor since 2011. And in Crystal, 2 city council incumbents did not file for re-election. One is Elizabeth Dahl in Ward 1. Therese Kaiser and David Sefrin are running. And in Ward 2, Jeff Kolb is not running. He said on social media his job requires significant travel and wants to spend more time with his family. Brendan Banks and Julia Hill are running for that position.
A Plymouth family is in good spirits after the city's Public Works Department rescued their cat, who had been stuck in the sewer for more than 2 weeks.
I think we got lucky. Once Dean saw the eyes in there and it kind of ran into a dead end, we were able to take a jetter truck and shoot a hose up the line and kind of chase it into the cage. So that part was easy. It was finding it and getting it set up was a little difficult, but these guys did a great job.
This is the Public Works team responsible for the rescue effort. The crew shot some video of the process Tuesday morning. Luckily for the owners and for the cat, they have experience in this matter because they rescued ducks from Plymouth sewers several times a week. All told, this rescue effort took about 30 minutes. Now Jacqueline, the cat, is back safely with her grateful owners.
They got her, so I mean that's all that matters, and if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have her back, my little furry family member.
Jacqueline is currently on pain medication and antibiotics because she developed a cold down in the sewer, but otherwise she is doing just fine. The stories that cat could tell, right?
Yeah, right.
Up next, something you may not know about the Muslim holy month of Ramadan. We get perspective from a Maple Grove resident.
Plus, the Heritage Christian baseball team rallies to keep their season alive. That's coming up in sports.
But first, sticking to the 80s on Thursday, then a chance for more storms on Friday. We'll be right back.
A longtime local senator says there was a lot lacking from the recent legislative session, but Senator Ann Rest of New Hope does point to legislation that becomes law on July 1st that makes it a crime to misrepresent your dog as a service dog.
Even if your own pet is great for you, that pet is not trained to behave as a working dog in other situations like service dogs are. And so another issue with it is people taking their pets into a restaurant, for example, and making out that they're service dogs. The proprietor letting them in because they said they were a service dog, and then let's say that dog bites a customer, and in the past the customer could have sued the owner of the restaurant rather than the owner of the dog.
Ann Rest also points to $2 million to help New Hope build a 50-meter swimming pool. Money was also approved for flood control that will benefit Golden Valley, New Hope, and Crystal. Liability protection for the BNSF Railroad in the light rail corridor was not passed, and that's a sticking point for light rail. There was no funding for transit.
Transit is part of the comprehensive transportation plan for our communities, and to over and over again be denied the opportunity to build out our transit systems is just outrageous.
Senator Rest also said the legislature lacked true compromise on taxes, guns, opioid treatment, and elder abuse. For local Muslims, Ramadan is a month of compassion, renewal, community service, and forgiveness.
Fasting during Ramadan is one of the 5 pillars of Islam, but for a Maple Grove man, fulfilling the requirements can be challenging. Reporter Sonia Goins explains.
All right, let's go. Let's get the chest press going on.
Amar Kamar is a personal trainer and works out of the North Loop Gym.
There you go. Perfect. All right, let's go.
The Maple Grove resident has helped people to get in shape for more than 20 years.
7. Good. 2 more.
During the month of Ramadan, he works on strengthening his personal relationship with Allah.
It's a very peaceful religion. In fact, in the Islamic religion, it says if you kill a single person, it means you have killed an entire village. Nice. Good. Pump it up.
He says being a trainer can be difficult during the holy month.
Let's burn it up. Burn it up. Let's go.
Because Muslims are not allowed to eat or drink anything between sunrise and sunset.
The sun doesn't come down in the Midwest until about 8:50, and every day until the Ramadan comes to an end, the time is going to keep increasing, and we're going to come closer to 9 o'clock before you break fast.
The top trainer also has to stay in shape and doesn't skip working out during the holy month.
I put myself into the zone, getting ready to work out and getting excited to work out, regardless I have coffee or not, because this is something that I feel like is bringing me closer to God.
Amara limits his workouts to the evening, near sundown, when he can break fast.
Try to stay away from things that would dehydrate me.
He doesn't mind giving up food, water, and other things. He says there's a purpose behind the sacrifices and suffering.
To feel what the unfortunate feels, being hungry. And so I take it very serious.
Amara leaves the gym several times a day to pray at Masjid Al-Ansar Community Center in Brooklyn Center. During the last 10 days of the month, Muslims increase their prayers, some sleeping at the mosque, praying around the clock for grace and God's mercy.
To appreciate what God has given me and to see the difference of people who are suffering, because that's what Ramadan is all about.
Sonia Goins, CCX News.
Ramadan ends the evening of June 14th. The next morning, Muslims attend a special prayer service. Many people in the Northwest Metro are expected to worship at Brooklyn Middle School. Still ahead, a special passing of the torch at Osseo Senior High.
But first, Wayzata runs into a tough opponent in the state boys tennis semifinals. John Jacobson has the details next.
I'm John Jacobson with sports. Spots in the state baseball tournament will be decided over the next couple of days. One small school power in the area stayed alive in their section in dramatic fashion. Heritage Christian at home to face Mayor Lutheran in an elimination game. Eagles down 4-0 in the late innings, but they rally. Seth Halverson with the line drive there to the fence and scores Zach Richards and Wyatt Julik-Lisney and cuts the lead in half. It's 4-2. Taylor Broderson up next. He delivers a big hit up the middle. Johnny Flynn scores. Halverson hustles around to score the tying run, and it's 4-all. Bottom of the seventh, Eagles with a winning run on second base, and Broderson delivers again, driving a ball to the left field corner to score Flynn. Heritage advances to the Section 4A final with a 5-4 win. The Eagles play Randolph Thursday at noon at Northwestern in Roseville. The state softball tournament starts Thursday morning in North Mankato. As Jay Wilcox reports, Benilde St. Margaret's is ready to roll in the Class 3A tournament.
On the eve of the state tournament, it's a happy group of Red Knights at Benilde St. Margaret's. Happy that this journey continues for one more week.
But I think this year we've been together for so long, especially this group of girls. It was just a really cool experience. We're really excited.
I just think it's so great because we have such a big senior class this year, and we wanted to keep our season going as long as we could, and I think that we were able to get the opportunity to go to state. I just think it's a great opportunity.
Several current seniors were part of the BSM team that made the school's first ever state softball appearance 2 years ago. That experience can only help.
It's definitely a little more pressure, and there's a lot of people there, but it's definitely fun because you get to rise to the challenge and rise to the occasion, and you get to see everyone playing at their best, and that's really cool to see.
Benilde is 17-8 and unseeded coming into the Class 3A tournament. They'll be an underdog against third seed Hill Murray in the quarterfinals, but the Red Knights are ready to take their shot.
I think we just got to go out and have fun and stay relaxed, and we'll do what we do.
Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
Benilde and Hill Murray play at 11 a.m. Thursday in the Class 3A quarterfinals. We'll have highlights Thursday at 4 o'clock here on CCX. Team champions are crowned today at state tennis before singles and doubles play takes over Thursday morning. In the Class AA semifinals, Wayzata was matched up with top-seeded Blake. At number one singles, John Foley of Wayzata serving to Jack Barker of Blake. Foley gets Barker moving side to side and delivers a nice backhand winner for a point. But Barker shows why he was a state singles champion in 2017. He rips an ace serve on his way to a 6-2, 6-1 win over Foley. Barker's the number 2 seed for the singles tournament. Joe Mayers of Blake can also serve up aces, including one here at second singles that Johnny Nuttler can't get back in play. Mayers wins the match 6-2, 6-love. The Bears sweep the singles. To doubles play, at number one doubles, Blake's Christopher Hall serves to the Trojans' Max Leal. Leal's partner Michael Deal, a couple of nice plays at the net, but Hall finds an opening and hits a winner. Leal and Robbie Sherpuri win the match 7-6, 6-3. Blake wins all 7 matches. They're in the Class AA final at this taping of CCX News. Wayzata is playing for third place. Wayzata's Tristan Nelko won medalist honors at this week's Section 6 3A golf tournament. Tristan and his younger brother Dylan are featured this week on our Sports Jam show. Here's part of their story.
Tristan is not just a senior leader, he's a big brother to freshman Dylan. Dylan is in his second year on the golf team, something Tristan will miss next year when he heads off to college.
It's been fun. That stuff is something I'm going to miss, me being on the team with him for 2 years. And yeah, it was a fun experience while it lasted, but I think he'll be able to take some things with him the next couple of years and be able to lead the team the way I have the last couple of years.
Dylan admits he struggled with his game some this spring. Says his 2 years of Wayzata golf have been great.
It's been very fun, honestly. Just looking at our seniors, just great role models every year, like last year and this year, 4 seniors each year. Just fun to look what they did, and I want to do the same thing in the coming years.
Though both guys are good with a golf club in their hand, they're not too bad with a hockey stick either. Tristan played varsity hockey and was a member of the Trojans' 2017 state tournament team, while Dylan played Bantam A hockey this past winter.
You can see the rest of that story and more this week on Sports Jam. It airs Wednesday night here on CCX1 at 6:30 and 9:30 p.m. and also can be seen anytime online at ccxmedia.org. That is it for sports. We're back with more in just a moment.
The students at Champlin-Brooklyn Park Academy for Math and Environmental Science have a unique way of creating a garden.
They used a math class lesson to create this pie chart using a flower garden. To make it, the students surveyed their classmates and staff to determine the school's favorite flowers. They used fractions and percentages and other data to come up with the end result.
We got to work with our friends to figure out how many plants we needed and where to plant them.
Sometimes we wouldn't get the exact percent, but we would have to round it to the nearest, so then it could all fit on the garden.
Planning how many edgers each one had and how many of the flowers got in each section and where you would plan them out when we were gardening them that day.
Some of them we bought too much of them, so we had to kind of space them out more. Some of them needed a foot of space to grow, so we had to spread them out a lot.
Purple and white petunias were the most popular. And finally, the end of an era for one group and a new beginning for another at Osseo Senior High.
The school held a ceremonial changing of the grades Tuesday, where the graduating class got to say one final goodbye to all of their teachers on their last day of school. And after the seniors said their goodbyes, students from the incoming freshman class marched into the gym and received a warm welcome from their future teachers and classmates.
You know, I think last year when I first talked about the whole idea, the kids were like, oh, that's lame, it's not going to be a lot of fun, and they've been asking about it all school year. So super excited, lots of fun. We've got a lot of school spirit here at Osseo, so it just kind of is a great way to end the year / also start school year 2018-2019.
The graduation ceremony for Osseo's class of 2018 is Saturday at the University of Minnesota's Mariucci Arena.
Students found it not so lame after all.
Not so lame, pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
That'll do it. That's it for now. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
We'll see you back here on Thursday starting at 4 o'clock.